Hi everybody, my name is Ajanette and I am your instructor for your online human development course, Psych 103. When you sign into Blackboard, you will see this course banner. It represents kind of the theme of our course, which we are looking at how we change over our lifetimes from womb to tomb, and so from birth to death. And it is a lot of content, but the greatest thing about this class is everything we learn applies directly to us. There's not one person in the class that cannot relate to this content or material in some way. We also call a human development developmental psychology. So our banner is really referencing developmental psychology, which is a specialized area of psychology that focuses on how people change over time. And it is my area of concentration and focus. A lot of people think psychology is limited to mental disorders and clinical psychologists or therapists, but I am a developmentalist, so my specialty in my education concentration is specific to developmental psychology. So based on that, it's one of my favorite classes, both face-to-face and online. You're welcome to visit me in either place. Just FYI, when you sign into our course in Blackboard, you're going to be brought to this announcements page. Announcements are communications that I will send out to you as a class. You also have your course menu on the left-hand side here, and you have this question forum for you to enter and communicate with one another. So you can click on the question forum just like you would lean over and ask someone in class a question. You can create a thread, and then you can outline what your question or concept is. So I'm just going to say sample. Hi, everyone. Do you know where the syllabus quiz is? And then you're just going to hit, after you hit create thread, put in your content, you're going to hit submit, and it's going to post. So this is a discussion forum. It's going to create this thread. If you want to read someone's thread, and I recommend you go in and actually read your classmates' threads, and then see what they say, and then if you have some feedback or comments or helpful information, then hit reply and offer them some advice and guidance. So I created this forum so that you guys can help each other out, communicate with one another, and then answer each other's questions, because sometimes you guys have insight or perspectives that I don't have, so this could be valuable. So I'm just going to delete this since it really was just a sample, and I'm going to leave that forum blank for you guys to communicate. I do want to go back and just point out the icon. So notice this kind of little icon here. It says it's a question forum. So you know that it's a discussion board or a discussion forum, and you have to click on the highlighted title in order to go into that discussion and offer feedback. Announcements, as I mentioned, that's going to be from me to you. And then the course information, there's some instructor information. You can watch a video about me and my background and how I pursued my education. I'm sure you'll find that I have a lot in common with you guys. Like many of you, I wasn't sure that I belonged in college, and it took me a lot of detours to figure that out. I often need to make my own mistakes. There's also my contact information here, my office phone number, and my office hours. I am on campus at the Menifee campus Mondays and Wednesdays. Feel free to drop in. You can come into one of my face-to-face classes. I teach human development from 9:30 to 11. You're welcome to come in, or you know, if coming into campus isn't something that works for your schedule, let me know. I'm happy to schedule a video conference or some other means of connecting with you, especially if you benefit from that kind of face-to-face personal connection. And then also your syllabus information. You'll find you're going to need to open your syllabus and read it thoroughly. I do give you an overview of that syllabus in video format, just like I would the first day of a face-to-face class. But make sure you read your syllabus. Your first day activity, you have a syllabus quiz. You must take that quiz and submit that quiz in order to remain in the class. I will drop you if you don't take that quiz and submit it before the end of the first day, because that constitutes absence on the first day of class. So assignment submissions are really what makes sure that you're attending the class. You can sign into Blackboard, but signing in is not sufficient to constitute attendance. You must be submitting work and actively participating in the activities of the course. The course orientation is going to be videos that I'm filming right now, so those are yet to be posted. But just like you saw with the syllabus information, there's going to be video links for you to see so that you can watch this orientation and learn how your course is structured, how to navigate the Blackboard course, and how to submit assignments and blog entries. And then we have a course schedule. So I pretty much teach the class in modules. I group different developmental periods that are related together in a module. At the end of each module, you're going to have an exam. So overall, we have 7 exams in the class because we have 7 modules. The first module only covers Chapter 1, and that's just a general introduction to human development as a whole. That will be your only exam that only covers 1 chapter. The rest of the exams will cover 2 chapters. This is going to be Chapter 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, so on and so forth. And again, these developmental periods have some relationship to one another, and that's why I pair them together in that manner. But this gives you a good idea as to the time frame. Most of the time, we're going to be spending 1 week per chapter, and so you're going to have 1 week for the introductory activities, and then 1 week for your Chapter 1, 1 week for Chapter 2, and 1 week for Chapter 3. Then when we get to this adolescent chapter or module, you're going to find that we have 4 weeks. I've given you 4 weeks to cover this content because you're going to cover the 2 chapters in the first 2 weeks, and then you're going to work on your sex ed project in the next 2 weeks. And then again, we go back to that 2 week, except in the very last module, I have an extra week, which will give you time to do that final observation if you're going to do that in Module 7, or it will give you time to make up some work that you might be missing or catch up. So there's the course schedule. And then in general, your weekly schedule, you're going to turn in text assignments on Wednesdays for the first chapter, learning activities on Thursdays for the first chapter, text assignments on Wednesdays for both chapters. Thursdays, you're going to do the learning activities. Fridays, you're going to actually do the comments to one another. And then on Saturdays, you'll do your exam. And then on Sundays, if we have supplemental activities like an observation due that module, or your sex ed project due in the adolescent module, or anything else that's supplemental like an extra credit activity, those will be due on the Sunday at the close of that week. So essentially, you'll have the first couple days of the week to get your reading done, to start working on your assignments, and from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you should be actively submitting assignments and working in the course. I'm perfectly fine if you submit work in advance. So you choose the days that work for your schedule, and you submit work when it makes the most sense for you. And I tend to be a little bit more flexible, and if that's okay with you, that's okay with me. If you need more structure and rigor, then adhere to the structure that I've created for you. Okay, so I want to introduce you to the couple of different types of activities that you're going to be interfacing with. First of all, in the very first week, you have what I call introductory activities. And so you always, at the very beginning of a module or a link, you're going to have some sort of due date list that outlines everything that's going to be due that module and when it's due. Our very first day together, you have a syllabus quiz due. That is your first day attendance. So very important you read your syllabus, watch the videos. Now notice this icon right here. This icon is just a piece of paper, right? My cursor doesn't do anything special, okay? This icon actually has a ruler and a pencil. It's an assignment. Notice my cursor turns into a hand, and it's a hyperlink. So I can actually do something with that. So watch for that hyperlink. Hover around the title and watch for it. Also, pay attention because I outline everything right here for you. Your learning objective, your points possible, the instructions for that assignment, and then how to submit the assignment through Blackboard. And I give you instructions. So read those instructions. First thing you're going to have to do is open the document. There's an attachment. This is your syllabus quiz. So what I want you to do is I want you to actually save this, put your name on it, save it, type in your answers, highlight your answers in red, save it onto your hard drive or thumb drive, and then you're going to submit it to me. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this link. It's going to take you into the assignment submission, see? And then you're going to click, here's the assignment submission, click Write Submission. So this is like you're writing what you want to submit as your assignment. So you can go back to the Word doc, you can Control-All and highlight it all, Control-C and copy it all, and then you can go back to Blackboard and you can Control-V as in Victor and paste it all right directly into the window. So this is like the body of an email. Then you can also say browse my computer, and then you can go and find the file and attach the file. I like it two ways because if this comes across as gobbledygook, I have the attachment. If I can't open the attachment, I have the body of the email to look at. So that's fine. If it's rejecting it, it's probably because you didn't click the right submission button. Some people just try to paste it right here, and that has character limitations. So that's probably the problem 90% of the time. Sometimes computers just aren't compatible and they don't want to do both things at once. That's fine with me. Don't keep trying to do it 30 times and get frustrated. Instead, if it's taking the copy and paste just fine, just submit the copy and paste. If it's not taking the copy and paste, but it'll take the attachment, just do the attachment. When you do an attachment, make sure you're submitting a Word doc or a PDF. All the computers at MSJC allow me to access Word and PDF, but I cannot access Pages or other types of programs that might be on like an Apple product or a MacBook or something of that nature. So make sure it's a PDF or a Word document. And then you can also put comments here to me like, hey, I really had a problem with number 5. Can you help clarify that for me? And I can respond appropriately. So you would click submit, and that's going to put it into like this suspense mode to me, and it alerts me that you've submitted an assignment. And typically I'll follow you. Like you're done with module 1, or you're in module 2, then I'll start working on grading for module 1. Or, you know, that I'll follow you. So grading will come and lag behind you. So, you know, don't feel stressed that I'm not getting it. I'm likely getting it. You don't have to submit it 30 times. I will get it. And if I don't get it, often what I do is I like shoot people emails randomly throughout the semester and say, hey, FYI, you have some missing assignments outstanding. And then you can go onto the My Grades link over here and look and see what you're missing so that you can bring yourself back up to speed with the course. So you're going to click submit. I'm hitting cancel because I'm a student and it won't take work from me. So assignment feature. Your next thing that you're going to see this icon? This is a blog and it requires a special procedure. So I'm going to actually close this video because more than 15 minutes of watching me and hearing me talk at you is too much. You need to be able to take little breaks and distribute your learning over time. This is what memory research supports. So bear with me, get up, stretch, do something, and then come back and watch part 2, and I'll wrap up showing you how to submit work through Blackboard, including blogs and taking exams. And then I'll also introduce you to a typical module structure. So I'll see you back in just a minute.